What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about NIU Technologies for Mr. Matthew K. Looking at this thing, man, it's been a while since I've talked about it, and we're sitting at all-time lows. I'm kind of sad to see it at this level. The monthly RSI just looks like dog piss, but that's okay. Looking at this here, all-time lows right now. You found resistance on a previous area of support. Not a good look. Rejected it. We've just gone down since. I had hopes that we'd come back up from there, but we didn't get a good opportunity to really turn around. Here we were in this 618 area looking good, but we found resistance on the 382 and just got stopped out right there, man. And it's been basically a free fall since then. Here we are finding support on the 1272, which is nice. That's a first kind of expected area to find support. We could go lower. It is possible. We could absolutely go lower, but this might be an area we turn around on. I think, let's see, if we take this low, nope, that's not the low. But if we take this low to the high, the extension, the 1272 last time, we did actually find support on it. And hey, it's the 1414 right now. So adding a little bit more stability, validity to this area. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something real quick. All right. And anyways, if it were to bounce, I think this would be a fine area to do it, but we are in uncharted territories, guys. We could definitely go lower. Absolutely, we could go lower, but it's kind of I don't know. As far as fibs go, I kind of like it. I kind of do actually like this as a buying zone. I wonder, just real quick, look at that shit, man. It's also your 2272 off of this more miniaturized move right here. That's crazy. That's cool. I love that. I love that stuff, man. Fibs are cool. They're really, really cool. Whenever they work out like that, they're cool. They're not always well respected. This bottom here, it wasn't right on the 1272 like this one was, but still in that area nonetheless. Anyways, looking at the weekly RSI, looks weak. We're in the oversold zone. Yes, you have higher lows. Yes, you have lower lows, but I don't know. I wouldn't call that bullish divergence. How quickly it's dropped like this, it reminds me of this over here. So we might see some kind of V-shaped recovery, but that doesn't mean anything promising. Not until we take out these lower highs. It's not really going to mean anything promising. Looking at the daily, weak, very, very weak, man. I don't know. It's at a point. It really is at a point that it could find a nice bounce. This kind of like price action where it like slumps like this, you tend to get like a nice like V-shaped recovery out of it. So. And I'm not just talking about for NIU, I'm talking about for like stocks, cryptos in general. And not always. Sometimes it just keeps going. They call that parabolic behavior, man, and it just shits the bed. Like it doesn't have to stop here. But it's in an area that would make sense on the fibs. It's pretty far away from this purple line. You've been oversold for a while. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm personally not throwing my money in this thing. I sold it at $4.35, $4.38. I forget where it was that I sold it, but I wanted to buy back in at lower prices, but it didn't look like it was going to stop, and it didn't. And then once we broke out of this, it's I've just been kind of waiting for a position to get in, and this might be a good time to start DCAing into it. But man, crypto's going on right now. Like the whole reason I liked NIU is because I thought it would make money. I thought it was going to go up from here, not down from here, while crypto's been kind of figuring its thing out. If it went up from here, money here would have just been profits taken to put into crypto, but it didn't work out that way. And it was looking like it was on shaky ground, so that's why I sold out of it. But where could it go whenever it does find its low, if this is its low? Let's pretend for a second that is the low. You could have a straight move up to $4.36 really fast, up to $7.03, just right around $7 would make sense too, at least, and then maybe come lower. But I would say at least probably $4.36, and then $7.03 would make sense. But you really could go a little bit lower even than that. It's really hard to say. We're not done yet. We don't have any confirmation that we're done yet. So I'm I don't necessarily feel confident making a call on it, though I will say that you have been moving down for I don't know, man. You're down for 3 months now, but you've been down for much much longer than that. So it's not looking good. All the RSIs look like shit. I don't want to say this just because I like NIU, but I'm going to say it just because, like, to be fair, to be like technical, this is technical analysis. I think it goes lower, though it wouldn't surprise me. I'm saying that because I want it to bounce, because lately I've been calling for things to go lower and they just bounce right whenever I do that. So hopefully it does bounce right off this 1272. But just because it does that doesn't mean it's out of the woods yet. You have to work your way above this 618 area, this 886, 786 area at about 284 to 360, somewhere in that zone. And then beyond that, man, you got to get new highs. You have to generate new highs if you want this to stop going lower and you want to see some kind of bullish formation going on. When it does have its low, when it does decide to turn around, I think it'll do great things. I do think it'll perform very well. And I don't think that that's going to be the all-time highs forever. I do think it's capable of achieving new all-time highs, but will it be this year, next year, the year after that? Probably not. But who knows? Anything's possible. But right now, I don't like the chart. If we bounce from here, it's probably not going to be long-lived, and then we'll probably resume the downside. So that's all I got for you. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.